What's up, y'all? So, haven't made a video in a while. Been working like crazy. Had to quarantine, kids home from school, whatnot. I'm currently working on a 67 C10 that I'm LS swapping for a guy. And I'll give you guys a tour and let you know where I'm at so far. Finally got a tripod, so I'm going to try to do, more recording while I'm working for you guys. But, yeah, I'll show you the truck and see how it's coming along. So, I got the 5.3 in it. Right now I'm working on changing out valve seals. So, you can see you can see the back two on this side haven't been changed yet. You can see how much darker they are. I'm not putting new springs in. I just had a set that had a little less mileage on them that I took out of the LS1 that I just put in the GTO. So I decided to put them in there with the new valve seals. The trick when you do it, this is how I do it. I'll show you real quick. Let me set this freaking tripod up and make sure you can see it. So I got this piece of rope currently stuck in this one. So I unlock it because I just finished that side. See how much I got stuck in there. So I got this rope. It's like thickness of a bootlace, So then I just shove it down in the spark plug hole. It actually about a foot's plenty. I just shove it in there. It's a lot easier with manifolds out of the way, but this is how you do it without pulling the motor from the car. Shove in about as much, as much as you can until it, binds up on you. Keep shoving it in. I should have did this when it was out of the truck. It would have been a little bit easier. But I just wanted to get my garage, it ain't the biggest, so engine hoist, plus freaking motor stand, all that in here in my way. I got the motor mounts first, so I just slapped the motor in, got it mocked up where I wanted it. I just used the plates and adjusted them so that I could make I wish the motor was setting back a little bit farther in here, but the guy didn't want to buy a new drive shaft. And this had a turbo 350, so the yoke's the same spline. So I put the drive shaft in and pretty much set the motor where the drive shaft would work. So from there, alright, that's probably enough. And then you just turn the crank pulley over until the motor locks up. And put an extra oomph on it. Alright. And then after that, I got a socket. Wait a second, I gotta clean it out. Alright, so I got this socket. I don't know. Let's see if we can get the GoPro to focus. See the little magnets I got in this 3/4 socket? It's got 2 magnets inside of there. Alright. So those 2 valves back there can't go nowhere. So now I'm going to put this socket right on top of that spring. And I'm going to hit it with a hammer. It's going to be a pain. I'll do the back one. If the brake booster wasn't in the way, it'd be a lot easier. valve spring out. Boom. And then from the socket. And it catches the retainers. So you can see, you know, the retainers inside of there. I hope you can see. Motherfucker. Alright. Well, it catches the retainer, so you don't have to worry about them falling down in there. And then, after that, grab my channel locks, grab the valve seal, and these ones are wore out pretty freaking bad. There we go. Valve seal, channel locks. Throw that bad boy in the trash. Paper towel. Wipe the old oil out from underneath of it. I'm sure you don't have to, but that's how I like to do it. Clean it up with a paper towel a little bit. You can pick. This motor's pretty sludged up. This is pretty high mileage. I'd say it's either pretty high mileage or horrible oil that we use in it. I'm gonna clean all this stuff out with the shop vac and the pick once I get these springs back on now. And then it's new valve seal. Boom. Slide it over the valve. And then we take the 13/16 socket that just barely fits over it. Tap her down, and then valve spring, you know, retainer, spring compressor, all that goodness. Trigger on up. Oh, it's not ran all the way down. So me tighten her down. Two retainers. Slide it down in there. Drop the retainers in. Oh, just like that. So it'll probably take me every bit of it's probably every bit of an hour and a half job with putting the rockers back on and torquing them down. This one right here in the middle will be the hardest one. I'll have to get a smaller hammer. Done. So that's just a little tip if you guys don't know the that that little trick. Now you got it. So, but let's see if I can get a long shot of the whole truck. There's the 67. There was a dude that previously did the paint work on it. He's wanting me to do the buffing and whatnot. But I need my truck sitting outside. I'm in, central Ohio, so I am currently dealing with my truck sitting out in the snow. So, I mean, it's not a bad looking truck at all. I don't know why the GoPro is zoomed in so far, but you get the gist of it, typical copper color that they like to paint on these trucks. I started putting some of the glass in, motors in. This is a bone stock 5.3 that I pretty much have done, but you can see with that turbo 350 drive shaft how much farther that's forward to make the 4L60 work without changing the drive shaft. And just motor plates, cheap eBay headers, and then I bought one of those DIY exhaust kits with the bins and did a complete exhaust. Got the Flowmasters tucked right in here. Tucked there. They go up. I'll lay on the floor for you guys. So it comes under the frame all the way up, straight back. Jogs out here. And boom. And goes behind the wheel. And comes out right here. And typically I would have brought him out the back, but I have no bumper or roll pan. So if he's going to want them to come out the back, he's going to have to deal with that later when he gets a bumper or roll pan or whatever. I got the grill. I'll have the inner fenders in tomorrow. I'm sure he's just going to bed liner the inside of the bed. Seat's nice. And this is a flip truck. This dude's doing all this just to sell it, so. But so I just wanted to touch base with you guys. I haven't made a video in a minute, so thanks for the new people that just subscribed to the channel. The GTO, this truck just got back in here today. The GTO, I ended up pulling the 5.3 out of the GTO because I got a screaming deal on a good LS1. So I pulled the cam out of the 5.3, slapped it in the LS1, ended up getting a LS6 intake and put it on there. Go to start it up and it was making a loud noise. Ended up tearing it apart, pulling the head off of it, and completely broke a piston plumb in half. I'll put a picture in right here. And yeah, I'll do an update video with you guys tomorrow. If it's not pouring down rain, I'll pop the hood and show you guys what happens when you drop a 1-inch 10.9 grade bolt down in the intake. I don't know if I did it, if I got the motor like that, because the motor didn't have a intake on it when I got it, so who knows. But the cylinder walls are actually fairly clean. They have a few, scratches that I can drag my fingernail over, but they go up and down. But the scratches on the cylinder wall, they go up and down, and there's nothing side to side or no big gouges. You can definitely feel them with your fingernail. It's a 99 LS1, so I actually have the head over here. I'll show you the head real quick. So you can take, with it being a 99, I could take 10,000th off of it. The 97s and 98s, you can only take like 6,000ths. You can't bore an LS1. And I ended up upgrading these 853 cylinder heads instead of going with the 600 lift beehive springs. I ended up buying the Summit kit that Summit's got right now on sale for $170, and it comes with retainers, seats, valve seals, dual springs, and poly locks. So you can, these are the springs for $170. It's a heck of a bargain. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. They're good for 600 lift, 400 pounds of seat pressure, 1.8 install height, just like, you know, factory. It does recommend upgrading the trunnions, which the trunnion kit's another $120, but I was just going to be easy on it. But here we go. Boom. We completely lost an exhaust valve. So this head's savable. Honestly, somebody could send this out. It's a set of 853s or 823s. This one's, yeah, 853s. That's what I thought. 823s are the newer style ones. I mean, if somebody wants those heads, the valve springs, I'm going to pull the springs back out. But the other head should be perfectly good. I haven't pulled it off yet. I will. The GTO got put on the back burner. I got my Honda. I just bought my old Honda back, my EP3. The kid hit a deer in it, so I got to put a windshield in it, and a radiator and a hood. So I got to get my money into that right now. That way I have a good, reliable daily driver, and I'm not driving my truck or stealing the wife's car. But I had to get this back in here. It's too close to being done, so I pushed the GTO outside, rubbed some trans gel inside the cylinder wall so they wouldn't, you know, surface rust. Put a nice thick layer of trans gel on them, covered it up. But yeah, if somebody wants those cylinder heads, I can get you. If you pay shipping, you can have them, or if you're local, you can hit me up and come pick them up. The other one's still on the car, but I can get that pulled. That's no biggie. Yeah, so I'll shoot some more footage. I'm off the next 2 days because of New Year's, so I'll get this buttoned up a lot more, update you guys. But yeah, same old thing. As soon as this is out of here, though, I'm done work. Well, I might get suckered in. Well, not suckered in. I told my father-in-law I'd do it a while ago. He's got like a 75 Nova that he was talking about LS swapping, and it needs quarter panels and whatnot. So I told him I would do the body work on it and paint it for him. And it was supposed to come in here before this, and he wasn't ready, and I needed to make some quick cash, and this ended up not being some quick cash. Well, it ended up being quick cash because dude paid me in full before I even pushed it in my garage, so it was quick cash. But when you pay somebody in full before they do the work, they're less motivated to get the work done. So that's what's dragging this one out. But now I got to get it out of here. Plus, I'm into my pocket on parts, so he'll still owe me money when he comes and picks it up. But anyways, it's got to go. I need my garage back. So if a father-in-law decides to hold off on a Nova, Then we're just going to be building, making finishing the truck, doing some nicer stuff to it. I'm thinking about putting one of those new VS Racing turbos on it, that big huge one. I can't remember what it's called. Gonna upgrade the cam in it. And then I have a boost leak. I can't get it to make over 5 pounds of boost because I think my blow off valve it's a cheap Amazon one, and I think it's just lifting right up, and so I don't know. I get that fixed and start making 15 pounds of boost. I might not want to put a bigger one on it. Who knows? But yeah, I'm thinking about buying the 383 stroker kit for the LS1 and stroking it. Well, I don't even know if it'd make it a 383. I'm not sure. I don't know the requirements for a 383, but they have a 4-inch stroke. I think it's 4-inch stroke crank summit kit with H-beam or I-beam rods. I don't remember what they're called. So I might slap that in there and completely build the LS1. And then I got a line. I'm thinking about selling or getting rid of the Turbo 400. I mean, if I end up twin turbo in it like I want to, which that might even, if I don't do the Nova, that might be what happens to the GTO. I might just pull the motor, do the bottom end, the rods, and then just go all out and do the turbo while it's in here. But if I end up having to do the Nova, then that's going to take me probably 3 months, 2-3 months, depending on how much of the quarter panels I got to take out. So we'll see. But yeah. Alright, y'all. Let me know if anybody wants those heads. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.